Welcome back to the Laymans Project. You guys already know what it is. Friends, aka Flowers, Fawn, aka Tough, and we have Devon Samlal Singh, aka Ribena,
Rabino.
Ribes, Beans,
The Green
the Green
Bartender,
Bartender, most important.
which is why we have him here.
Yeah. And the ladies like to call me sexy.
I don't think the ladies call you. Tell the truth. The ladies don't call you.
No,
at
no,
all.
no, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. My lovely wife is the only one that does. No one
Ah,
else
there
does.
you go. Save that face. First.
Nice.
Save that face.
Go ahead now, friends.
So proper introduction now. Devon Samlal Singh, aka the Green Bartender, and as we were just discussing, also aka Ribena, Ribes, and Beans, is a beverage curator and sustainable mixologist. The story of Devon becoming the Green Bartender is deeply rooted in sustainable agriculture, which he began in 2012 when he developed a self-sustaining shade house and pond setup where he produces many ingredients for his cocktails. His innovative agricultural system has been recognized by UNDP, IICA, and other organizations. Additionally, he contributed to the development of the crop production hydroponics course by the National Training Agency last year. With a deep passion for showcasing the rich natural resources of sweet tea and tea, Devon has made a name for himself by blending local ingredients with global cocktail trends. His innovative garden to glass philosophy emphasizes the importance of using fresh, sustainable ingredients in every drink, creating a unique experience that highlights biodiversity. Devon's journey is marked by a commitment to promoting sustainable practices within the hospitality industry and is distinguished by his recognition in the Angostura Global Cocktail Challenge 2020 local round, where he placed third, and his victories in international cocktail competitions online. Devon has now been selected to attend the Terra Madre 2024 in Italy, where he will share his expertise, learn from global leaders in food sustainability, and continue to inspire others through his work. Beans,
Yo.
welcome to the Laymans Project. Applause. Come.
Okay, guys, let me tell you all something about Fluke Designs. Today's sponsor will allow you to furnish your home with cabinetry and countertops. Their professional designs provide various options, allowing you to seamlessly integrate appliances into your living space. You can also have hurricane impact windows and doors designed and built with laminated glass. You guys can check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. They provide free video chat consultations with their designer, or a site visit can be arranged. In case you'd like to book an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 388-5279. That's 388-5279. And don't forget to use promo code Laymans to save 5% on your order. Fluke Designs. You dream, we design, and build.
Down here.
So, Beans, of course, we are going to dig into how you became such an exceptional bartender and so accomplished in agriculture. But I believe that Franz would like to know about the agriculture thing first.
Well, I was gonna ask which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Sweet.
The green or the bartender?
The green came
Great
first.
question.
Green definitely came
The
first.
green came first.
Yeah.
So talk us through your greenness.
All right, cool. So it's a bit of a round story in a way. I didn't grow up at all knowing anything about agriculture. The closest I had to that is when we was in primary school. And, you had a little experiment. You had
Yeah,
to
red
do
beans.
You have to
with
grow
the
red bean.
beans.
Yeah, beans.
I
Nice.
failed miserably. I always remember
They
that
killed your red
smell.
bean?
Yeah. It's bad. They grow. And it was at that point I vowed I'll never let that happen again.
Develop a green thumb.
But really and truly, it's I studied abroad. I went to FIU and studying psychology. Randomly enough, I always had a passion for drinks. Hence, all those nicknames tied to nice.
I mean, I know you had a passion
beverages.
for Ribena.
Yeah, I did.
I just discovered you had a passion for Ribena.
Yeah. And I always appreciated alcohol when I was of legal age.
As do
As
I.
do we all.
Well
As do
before I
we
was
all.
legal age, I appreciated alcohol.
But it was always fascinating in terms of like it's time in a bottle. That as a kid growing up, that always like stuck with me. Because you've seen everybody drinking. Like Johnny Walker, 12 years, and I'm not 12 years old. I was like, hey, people drinking stuff older than me. I find that fascinating. But anyway, I digress. So I studied in Miami, studying psychology. They had a lot of electives to do. I did bar and beverage management, like wine technology, stuff like that. Very, very fascinating. Came back home, and my grandfather's sister, she was like, "Well, university, you good at researching things, at trying to stop smoking." I was like, "All right, cool." It's like, they have them e-cigarettes, and try all those teas, all them kind of herbs and whatever. Like, it's not for me now. See what you could do. So like, I real research into it. And they had like different herbs you could use that would help beat the nicotine habit, things like that. And I ordered it online. By the time it came down, she had passed away. So like, I just reached back home, 25, and I started to look into these things, and some of the ingredients were like endemic to here. Like, it was growing here. It was like chandelier bush and all kind of thing. And I was like, well, that's kind of messed up because I didn't need it.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. So I went with Bartender Mayaro, and stay like a week, and just a week, just to decompress, just to be like, all right, well, what is life now? What are really gonna do?
It's kind of like a Peter Parker moment.
Yeah. Like real soul searching started to happen, right? So I was like, well, what do we really need now? Hierarchy of needs: food, shelter, clothing, basics. I was like, well, I don't really have too much inclination to be a fashion designer, so clothes was, I was like, I have enough family who in contracting. I don't need to worry about housing. I was like, well, food is where it's at now. And that's where it started, like, just that passion, be like, well, how to grow things, how to do this stuff now. So it's my same brother, was like with Terrence.
Terrence, yeah.
So he was doing it was agri-resource management or something along those lines in UE. And well, we started to just like brainstorm and like, okay, how are we gonna do this? We are getting to hydroponics. I was a glutton for reading. Like, I had like my cousins always used to laugh at me. I think it's like, you have all these PDFs now, because I would just sit down and just read PDFs like whole day, just absorb as much as I could. So we didn't have anywhere to really like start the farming, because you need land.
So I've heard.
Yeah. So
That's the crux of the whole thing. Is
yeah,
You can't just
First-
start. You need to.
you need to.
certain infrastructure you need. You can't just...
So started to embark on the impossible, right? So I couldn't find anywhere. I used my backyard, and then like my grandmother lives next door, so like I zack out to her backyard, and that was when we built the first pond. And the first pond we built was like out of tarpaulin horse. Like, I have all the pictures still. It was like out of tarpaulin. We painted with pitch, and we grabbed some plants from by Palmies Park. They have the aquatic plants there. I mean, they don't have them anymore. They dredge it out. I still have them going though. It was water hyacinths and water cabbage or water lettuce.
So you dug a pond and lined it with tarpaulin?
No, above ground.
Above
like,
ground.
we staked a bunch of rebar and like tie it all together, and then like kind of
Oh, way. All right.
yeah. And it's for like guppies and fish and all them kind of things, and we were using that to irrigate a terrace that we had built foot up the hill. It's like the crappiest piece of land you could ever imagine. Small, like in the back. All there was like where they throw the rubble from construction, like most backyards. Well, no, I shouldn't say most backyards, but they have a good bit to think when construction.
I was gonna say not most.
No, that's backyard.
Yeah, my backyard didn't have a lot of rubble. Well, it did after the reno, but we cleared it.
No, but for some reason it wasn't really clear. I guess it was waited for me. So,
Maybe, yeah. And then you went and built a terrace.
yeah.
Man, useless, boy.
So from there, I was like, well, okay, kind of figuring out how to grow things, grow a lot of seeds, killed a lot of plants, kept going at it, figuring it out. And then I was like, well, all right, we would need to build a shade house, not a greenhouse, because we always say greenhouses down here. Greenhouses is to trap heat. We don't need to do that.
We don't need to do
We
that.
don't need to do
Correct.
that. So, we kind of need to get some shade from this hot sun. So we did a lot of research into the shade house. Was the best way to go down to build it. So build it out of PVC, shade cloth, got some special fittings, did the design. At that point, I was actually working nights, like I was working nights in the medical center. Because, daytime you're trying to get these things done. Be a lot to make a living, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So from there, I was like, all right, let me go to ADB, me get a loan. Went in there, explained to them about aquaponics, hydroponics. They knew a little bit about the hydroponics.
Was ADB being Agricultural Development Bank?
Yeah, yeah. Was talking about aquaponics then. They did not know anything about that. So they was like, nah, like, sorry.
Nah, I don't have Google, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
That's funding this at all.
So like I kept refining.
You want a loan for agriculture?
Yeah.
From
Get
the
outta here.
ADB? No,
Come
man.
on. What do you think is
deal
going on
in-
here?
We deal in land, bro. Don't just
She talking
start.
about
You need
water.
land.
Giving you stuff to go play in your backyard. So I kept refining. 3 years, I just kept going back. Until I got the loan and I built the shade house. That tied to on that point, built the shade house, got an actual real above ground 2,000 gallon like plastic pond. Fill that up with fish. And that's run itself now. Like it's self-sustaining fish, plants, stuff like a little mangrove plant growing in there too, and that's just run itself.
So you just have a full ecosystem in your backyard right now.
Yeah, fully aquatic, and that is now irrigate the shade house. The shade house is like all these bags now, fabric bags. Before it had like the plastic bags, but now we have fabric bags and they're cheaper and they're cooler. And that has a soil mix that we made. So everything is on a loop. Timer is just water itself, and that's where the agri part started. And then along the lines there, actually, there's a fun story. So we needed to get land. Terrence and I had just gone on planting seeds.
Planted Seeds Caribbean.
Yeah, the first season. Now with first seasons is always have the hiccups and whatever. So we didn't get through what we proposed.
And Planting Seeds Caribbean, for those who don't know, is sort of like a local Shark Tank.
Correct.
Kind of where entrepreneurs can pitch their ideas to
Yeah.
potential investors.
Yeah. But I get the usual. Wait, is a real good idea? It's real good for the country. You're onto something.
But
Yeah. And then that's
Good luck with all that.
basically good luck with all that, which is fine. Agriculture is a thing people are very skeptical about because you're trying to fight nature. I thought it was cool what we're trying to do because we're trying to work with nature and mitigate some of the stressors, right?
yeah, I wouldn't look at agriculture as fighting nature. It's trying to harness it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So from there, right, so we had the plant seeds going. We needed the land. Terrence and I bounced up Ramdeen.
Right, yeah. Big up Rian.
Yeah.
Big up Rian, ugly man. What's up, man?
So he was working on a project in Palo Seco, trying to get some lettuce growing. So we went down. We stayed there for close to a year. We was growing lettuce. And then he's talking about, he want to do lockdown. That was came out of wonder. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll help you. So Rel helped him pull off that. We get her going. And then along the way, the farm idea kind of fell off. So went back Laramie, get back into the shade house, upgraded it, and just kept plugging away, trying to get access to land, stuff like that. But it's still a loan to pay. And then, that's when the bartending thing started, right? Because somebody came to me and said, Bottles and Bites was looking for a bartender, and she would do work in that before. And I was like, yeah. And I was looking for a night job, especially with, farming is daytime, right?
You're right.
So had you worked on that as a bartender before? Because you had said you did
Wine technology.
the course
Nah,
in
I just did
college.
courses. I did the courses in college, and actually, as I left Prez, the first thing I did when I left Prez was take a bartending course. The first thing. Because I always wanted to do it.
You like drinking, you just wanted to know how to make the drinks you like to drink.
Yeah, exactly. I love drinking.
That is, I support that.
Yeah. It's a self-sustaining man,
Yeah.
So, but we should have a drink.
We should have a drink. And
We could definitely have a drink.
excellent segue, because I know you brought something for
I did
us
bring something, yeah.
to drink. So you need to jump on that side of the bar, and Vaughn could jump on
Show
this
us
side
what
of the
you
bar.
got, man.
And
Alright.
show us what you got.
Sure.
So
All right, so let's get a drink, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get a
so
drink,
what are
man.
we having?
So it is a coffee infused Negroni. The coffee is actually local from Rio Claro. Um, Also roasted down here and processed. It's also by a friend of mine, Roastel Coffee, Hanson.
Yes, big up Rostel. Big up
Rostel.
Hanson. Love.
Big up you, big
I
up you.
love Rostel coffee. Rostel cold brew coffee. So yeah, big up
Not
yourself,
a,
Hanson.
not a humongous coffee lover myself, but
Rostel is how I got into drinking coffee.
Yeah, same,
No,
same.
no lie, yeah.
Yeah, I was not a big
Okay.
coffee drinker myself, actually. So
this is it. Okay.
that's it. That's it. It's just a pour.
All right. And as cultured people often do, cheers.
Cheers.
Salud, fellas.
Salud. Okay, I didn't expect this to taste nice.
God damn. Nah, that is
di-
delicious.
I dislike I dislike coffee,
Yeah.
but this is nice.
Yeah, what do you have to tell me what you like to
And
drink?
I've never had a Negroni.
Yeah, you say you like bitter
I do,
drinks,
yeah,
a
I do
little
like
strong,
bitter drink,
so
but
yeah.
this is not even as bitter as what I was drinking, which was a Guinness before.
Wow,
Yeah.
this Moorish bad though.
All right.
Yeah, this is nice.
Oh, yeah,
Cheers
cheers.
to you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Take a next cheers, man. Beans, man. What the?
So it's appropriate that you
Wow.
chose beans because we use coffee beans. in this
Wow.
drink.
Nah, that is nice, Trev.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is.
So, beans. The green bartender. But would you classify yourself as a mixologist as opposed to a bartender? And if yes,
100%.
what is the difference?
Yeah, I would classify myself as a mixologist. I'm trying to be a better bartender. To me personally, everybody's go down the highfalutin route. So like, well, as a mixologist, and I think that's superior to a bartender. I personally don't think so. To me, and it's very broad based when you look at the definitions, right? To me, a mixologist is somebody who's really good at coming up with new flavor concoctions and mixing things, right? Which I'm good at. A bartender is someone who tends the bar. So there's a lot more that you have to do as a bartender, as well
Facts.
as you have to make a good drink. You have to know how to mix. You have to know stuff a mixologist would have to know anyway. But you also have to deal with customers, and you need to know how to manage customers when people get a little bit too tipsy. How to kind of
Or
like
just being
or just be obnoxious because you get
people. You used obnoxious. I was
You need
gonna
to be
use
a bit of a
different.
therapist as well.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that is a big part of a bartender's job.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
a time I had a client come in and it was a lady and I guess she was going through a divorce or some kind of thing and she was like heckling a guy across the bar and like girl insulting him and it's like foreign people too, right? And like I had to kind of like calm her down and placate her and just keep talking to her. And he's encountered a lot of stuff as a bartender. Like
Oh,
straight up.
I do not doubt it.
Straight
I know.
up.
I sure won't have stories.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, endless,
yeah.
endless.
I,
But
nah,
it has to be something that you it has to be something that you enjoy doing. Like I know for sure that not everybody can be a good bartender.
No, correct.
You know,
correct.
it's
No.
kind
100%
of
correct.
something that you would make a terrible bartender.
I would.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
make
you
an
have it
awful-
or
I think you
you
made a
don't
terrible
have it.
bartender on camera already once.
That was on purpose, though. Like
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
paid
Oh,
to,
yeah,
to
you
be
did.
terrible.
I do
Terrible
remember that.
I
bartender.
was paid to be terrible.
Whew, that was
Yeah.
terrible.
No, I feel like I would make a decent bartender, but my shift can't be too long. Like the people who meet me at the end of my shift will have met a different person from the people who met me at the beginning of my shift.
Yeah, and that's it. He's had to keep it up, right? Like the bartender
Yeah.
you had to be built for it. I think
I
Is that you
might
built
be
for
able
it or
to
no?
pull off a decent hour-long shift, but I am not working.
I don't
like,
think you see
for me for
here's
6 hours behind
the
a bar.
problem that a lot of bartenders run into. Same thing you're saying, like it's you start off as one person, but remember like your energy levels are going down. And every other hour a new group of people comes in, they coming in with their energy levels on 100 and they're like, wow, so glad to be here. And you are less and less glad to be there every single hour.
Yeah.
Less and less and less and less and less. So at the end of the shift, for you to be the same bartender as when the shift started, it's like it's monumental.
You might be doing Special
Something illegal.
sweeties.
Special stuff.
You might be powdering your nose a little bit. If you're a bounce up a real peppy bartender at the end of the night,
Because
they're
sometimes
prepared
like,
for you.
sometimes things like you might get sours or somebody like somebody might rub it the wrong way. But you had to keep up. You had to keep up your mask, right? You had to keep on
That
your
is
face.
where I will fall short. Because my face does not do what I want my face to do, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, right through, even my body language and thing, we were talking.
There's no way to disguise it.
Right. Well,
No, not even just that, but like we were
no
making
filter.
we were making a joke Saturday where somebody was saying, well, Vaughn have, you bring your special energy and Franz could.
And the people the people actually
They
kind of trailed off.
trailed
So
off, and
like,
one was like,
yeah, we know
bring
that.
his absolute lack of energy. And I will look back on episodes, I would look at myself in an episode and realize I am nowhere near as animated as I feel. And my face is completely stoic.
It's
So,
very weird to deal with, but what's so perfect about us as a team is that even without remember people often feed off of energy.
Right.
Like it's kind of like that beneficial relationship between like that tiny white star and a black hole that works still, although one is just like an enormous sucking.
not to this.
just suck the energy out of the room and,
No, but it doesn't actually in that relationship the black hole is actually, powering the relationship in a way. Black holes generate a lot of energy. So we're not gonna geek out.
So you all are black hole.
No.
what he's saying is we have a symbiotic relationship where I am the black hole that sucks
Right.
all the energy out
France
of
will
the
suck
room.
everything out of.
And he
And use the generator of the energy.
Yeah, so we need each other to kind of.
one day I'll
exist.
get Neil deGrasse Tyson on this show and he could
That is going to be. I don't
explain
even
the
want to.
science.
I would like to get Terrence Howard on the show.
Well,
Not me.
if you do and you need somebody to make drinks, like I could just be
Abort.
on the side.
I
100% means like anytime you could like bring drinks for us, like you could just literally do this
No problem.
and come here and promote
Well, I
whatever.
just say bring drinks first. Big up 519 for allowing Beans to bring drinks first. Don't feel like you all could just walk inside with all your bottle of liquor. We have special permission. It's
Surely
not even
cannot.
we have visa fees. We have special permission. So this is
This is just a tester. Maybe we'll put this on the menu at some point.
maybe we will.
I don't think I've ever had a Negroni
519.
because I actually dislike coffee. But what goes into this?
Thanks, because I was gonna ask the same thing.
All right, no problem. So gin, Campari,
Yuck.
and
Yuck.
vermouth.
Oh my god, am I drinking Campari?
You are drinking Campari.
Everything
Imagine
is
that.
wrong, and this
Yay.
tastes so good.
Mark, I'm drinking Campari. Tell your
I
boy.
was tasting the Campari.
Yeah.
But I was like, how is this work? What's sweetening this?
The and I put a little bit of vanilla just because wanted to spice it up a little bit. The sweet, it has the vermouth. Is a sweet vermouth.
That's sweet vermouth. Yeah. I just remember there is sweet and dry vermouth. Yeah.
And Campari
didn't know that.
Campari have sweetener in it as well. But when you kind of merge all the bitter notes, it's kind of play off and it's bring out the sweetener in it.
And this is what a mixologist does because this works.
Yeah.
This works. So this is what like an Italian Negroni is an Italian.
It's an
drink.
Italian drink. The Campari and the Campari and the vermouth from Italy.
All right.
So,
and
yeah,
you
thanks
know
for
where
the-
we're going with
Yeah,
that.
Thanks for the lead. So is it a competition or is it a seminar?
No, it's a seminar. So it's a week long.
What is it?
Right. So I'm gonna try and do this justice. So it's Terra Madre. It is a biannual event hosted by Slow Food. Slow Food is a grassroots kind of movement pushing agriculture. So the main ethos behind it is good, clean, fair food for all. And they have a bunch of worldwide platforms, as well as they link with farmers. They try to push a policy, try to big up biodiversity and agroecology. So just trying to make the linkages. So the Terra Madre is their flagship event, and they link with people in the hospitality industry, or the producers of the food, like artisans, farmers, fishermen, people involved in sustainable activities and
Such as
sustainability.
yourself,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there's a lot of industry heads in it. People who trying to push the boundaries and try to bring more sustainability to hospitality. So this supposed to have a good program for me because I in the bartending as well as the agriculture. So I'm pretty excited for it. I got chosen with 14 other bartenders globally as the only one from the region attending as the bartender. I mean, they might have other people from the region there just attending, but in terms of this particular thing, yeah.
So what do you mean you got chosen as the bartender? So what is required of you when you go to Italy?
I don't think I need to do anything. I just go in to
Just
the
there to
workshops. Yeah,
absorb.
yeah, just there to absorb. I'm real excited to see what trends happening in terms of sustainability and stuff like that. The guy that is hosting us is Danny Childs from Slow Drinks, which is kind of like a segue from the slow food movement. Just focusing on drinks. So it's like a lot of sustainable techniques that he's using, and he's focused on local ingredients. But he based in the states, so it's like lots of foraging on how do you take these and make it into like a shrub, or ferment it into like natural sodas, those kind of things. So,
And these are processes that you familiar with, or so you
Some-
just be going to learn.
yeah, plenty of stuff is to learn. Because I mean, the sustainable stuff I do in the bar industry, like I always make sure, because I do private jobs. That's what I mainly do now. But when I was working in Bottles and Bites, like I implemented a recycling program. So like all the plastics, all the glasses, everything like that, like they bag it up and I just go and collect it on. Well, I was usually dropping in the IKEA bin right here. And it's little stuff like that, continuously is what's making big differences. I think. And, I mean,
100%, yeah.
hospitality industry is definitely is a lot of waste generated. A lot of waste is generated. So yeah, correct.
Yeah, I didn't even use mine.
Yeah, he's just wasting it as off the bat.
I wouldn't even keep it in my glass.
So that was a big part of what I wanted to bring to the table with bartending, trying to push those initiatives, and then as well as to big up local ingredients. Because remember I started with the agriculture stuff, and one of the biggest problems I saw is you have a lot of older farmers, people getting older, and they're dying off, and they have nobody coming up and replacing them. And like we already have a ridiculous import bill. We not generating the food, and we could, because the Caribbean, and this was always get me, the Caribbean, I mean, it come and get colonized in the first place to grow food, to grow things now, and then
And now
suddenly
we've
which,
outsourced.
yeah, and suddenly
Expensively so.
exactly, which something like that really makes sense now.
It makes no sense.
Yeah,
Like if you hear someone actually say it aloud, then yeah. But I think that's the problem. I think people don't say it aloud. They aren't like sufficient and suitable forums to get this kind of information out, attention to the to the actual issue itself. I don't want to say that your trip would be able to do that, but it is actually it does speak that internationally, like there are eyes on you and what you are doing,
Yeah.
basically, because you were
yeah, because
one of 14 globally.
correct, and I think it's very niche. I started to learn that more and more. Like you see these chefs who do the farm to table stuff. They don't really have too much people on the beverage side.
Is there anybody
Well,
other than you?
personally, I wouldn't have even associated mixology with
Agriculture, yeah.
at all. 'Cause
Yeah.
So when
Who else
Vaughan,
does-
yeah,
I-
so
they
when
must have somebody,
Vaughan
I don't know.
pitched it to, well, we'll have Devon on your show, I was like, all right, cool, because I know you're a mixologist. And then he said green bartender. I had no idea.
Right.
And then he explained it a little bit and was like, what does that even mean?
Why wasn't
So-
Devon on the show before Nico?
Big up- big up, Nico.
We like the same person, so it's cool.
And
You are not wearing
Listen,
an unnecessary denim jacket though.
we can put both of them in the same room, and it will be a literal. Which one is you?
A literal- yeah, I was not gonna say that.
That's where it started, He wouldn't say it, but that's where it started.
He would never admit that. But
So one of the other things that that you all just touched on there, that Devon brought up was the cliche of the age of farmers. I mean, you did say it's an aging population.
Yeah.
And I don't think people associate farming with young people. Like
all,
young people
at all.
going into farming. And because of that, we're actually going to have another friend of mine, you all might know him, Patrick, is going to come in to discuss
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
discuss
that's what
farming
it is, yeah.
because he just
He had the,
completed his course and all that kind of thing.
That's what
And
that's-
I think it's absolutely fascinating. The types of courses that the government offers, stipends included, you know, and at the end of it, he's establishing himself. So we are going to have a young farmer coming
And
on to
that-
discuss
this
going
is-
into agriculture.
Exactly what Franz is saying is what kind of needs to be done. Like you need to put farmers on screen. This is farming. It's not
Correct.
like farming. It's not like how TV portrays it. Like whole day in hot sun, and then you wipe your brow and you rock back on your rocking chair.
Yeah,
It's an honest day's work. It's not much, but it's an honest day's work. It can be
No,
cool.
but
It can be fun.
there's fascinating technology
And they
involved
have
Fascinating,
real
yeah.
technology, like things
agriculture,
different, yeah. Because even with my setups there, right, like it's automated. Like I don't need to go to water and can and go and walk all day or go down to the pond with a bucket and walk back. Like it have tech now that is help the process.
You know what I was
It's a
going to ask
process.
you? When you said there was a 3-year gap between starting your shade house,
Yeah. and
and getting the loan from ADB. So what happened to the plants in those 3 years?
I was watching them by hand. I was doing
That's exactly what you're just talking about.
Yeah, everything was So like I'd grind whatever I could scrape up. I'll buy whatever I could, like seeds or like a part or like a couple parts, a pump, and like slowly build everything. Like it was a real rock shop we had to do, like just figure things out. Cause like when Ika came, I was part of like a model farmer for climate smart agriculture. And I was the smallest venue, right? Because you're dealing with 5 other farmers. And there's like, well, no, there's the most, like, you have the most information and the most tech. And it's like in a small, it's like 2 lots I was using, if so much. And the kind of stuff I was doing there was ridiculous. Like I'd grow cocoa there. This is in Laramina. Like, right by the roundabout by,
Right, Pennywise.
yeah. So so the roundabout there, where they have like the condos as going up.
That's
Yes,
what heading
yeah,
back
yeah,
towards
Yeah,
the-
it was right
A
there.
little
There's
bit
a
beyond
shade
that,
house there.
right,
Yeah, so
okay.
they had trees and stuff that were there.
And
those
slightly
trees.
undulating land. And,
Yeah.
Right, okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not going to say because
on the left, heading towards
Yeah.
Pennywise.
heading
That's
south,
what-
yeah.
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 Okay.
I mean, so I went and that's a good sign.
Yes.
What was that?
Dragonfly is a-
Oh. Yeah.
That's very random. This has
Yeah.
never happened before.
Yeah. Vibes.
It's all right, so
Vibing off
dragon-
of your greenness.
Well, yeah, well, that was a big indicator. We actually now started growing. Was to see with the first ponds, dragonflies are started coming. It's usually a sign of like change on a healthy ecosystem.
I have endless dragonflies by my house right now.
good.
I've
There you
never experienced that. We move in there and it's just dragonflies everywhere.
It's good, and they eat all the mosquitoes, so we kind of need them now.
They don't
So-
eat all because
not
I
all,
have
but
to
yeah.
kill every day. There's just bodies on the floor. It's a
Right.
war zone by me. But yeah.
Just
so they
imagine
don't,
if
they
you
don't
didn't
eat,
have the dragon.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
eat all, but I'm glad that they eat some.
Okay, dragonflies. Y'all are kind of
Slacking on the
off.
walk, boy.
Come on.
So you had mentioned, or I mentioned in your bio, you developed a course for the National Training Agency.
Yeah, I was on part of the I guess consultant board for that. I wouldn't say I developed the whole course. It was like a bunch of
Right,
people giving our
you were
feedback.
part of it. So
Yeah.
take us through that.
Yeah, well, it wasn't too much. It was like mainly online.
It wasn't too much. You just developed
He
a course.
keeps doing that. He was like, yeah, I did that too.
I didn't do much. I just built this whole infrastructure out of
I just created this
nothing,
ecosystem and,
yeah, I'm
made
mangrove
these
growing in my
drinks.
backyard in Laramine. Anyway, NTA.
Right, so it was just building the course, saying how we should do it, what we should cover in the modules, what should be the deliverables, what you'll need to know at the end of it, stuff like that.
Right. And
Okay.
But the course itself covers what?
The course itself is the second level to hydroponics, so it would cover like the training that you would need like what sort of inputs you would need, how to handle them, because PPE is very important with agriculture and stuff like that, especially if you're using all these chemicals and whatnot. You need to know how to responsibly use everything, especially with hydroponics, because you have your inputs. You don't want to put too much nutrients, because then you'll burn out your crops. You want to know if you have any pest management, how to do integrated pest management, like if you have any emergencies, what sort of pesticides, herbicides. Well, you will need herbicides in hydroponics. What sort of pesticides you might need, and then you need to know your post-harvest intervals. Those kind of things.
And as a reminder to everybody watching, you went to school for psychiatry?
I went to school for
Psychology.
Yeah,
Psychology.
psychology.
So every now and then I like to pick up on common threads that run through our episodes. And one of them is getting into a field that you absolutely did not study.
Right.
This is, I don't know how many guests now, but studied one
Just
thing
take a leap.
and then ended up
Follow
somewhere
your dreams.
completely different.
Well, my dream was always bartender, no? Like straight up, like.
So you went for a psychology degree to prepare yourself for the
Well, I mean, that's the
stories of
yeah,
dealing with
that's the ultimate. The bartender is the ultimate
No, facts.
psychologist. Huh?
I believe that is one of that is one of our bartender's most important tools.
Yeah. Because I mean, people drink when they're happy, but people drink when they're sad too, right?
Yeah. See, those are the ones that you have to actually be there for.
Yeah.
When you're not.
And then you're just standing there too.
Yeah.
And it gives them somebody to talk
To
to.
talk to, correct.
Like this movie, Passengers, you ever saw it? Chris Pratt and I forget the girl's name.
I saw a clip, but I didn't see the full
They're
movie. Yeah.
basically trapped in space. They're the only two people on this spaceship that's going how many light years, and is actually a really good show from a sociological point of view. Anyway, there's a robot bartender on the ship. The ship is activated. They were supposed to be in like stasis, right? And
Okay.
they came out of it. And Chris Pratt is sitting down with the bartender, and the bartender is cleaning a
Polishing the
glass.
glass, yeah.
And he's like, I'm the only one who drinks here. Why do you keep doing that? It's like, it makes people uncomfortable if I just stand here. And that's not something I'd ever thought of. It's like, that's true.
absolutely true, yeah.
Imagine the bartender just
These just making me extremely
stood there.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he's talking.
Yeah, taking a drink too.
And we put him there. Like, if you all saw Vaughn,
Yeah,
as
just
soon
had to
as
polish
Vaughn
a
reached
glass.
behind the counter, he started to wipe things down.
No, because I know,
started to wipe
because
the
I
polished
actually
glass.
know that if you're not doing anything, people are drinking and you're just there like,
And it's not something that ever occurred to me. So like, there's so many little intricacies in being a good bartender.
Yeah, you need, because as a bartender, people like to see you doing stuff. So
Yeah.
whatever it is, so you.
Cutting up some limes.
And
Like,
what
fascinates people. It's always be fascinating. Like,
Yeah.
Sorting in
That's
napkins.
kind of how like flaring, it is also an asset.
Yeah.
Because instead of like just pouring out the drink, you're like flip it up. And,
I don't do any of that.
Yeah.
Don't even ask
no
me.
worries, no worries. Like for me, it's not necessary. I don't think Franz appreciates flaring that much either. He just likes to get his
I just want my drink
drink
fast.
when he wants it. Yeah.
Because my drinks don't require flair.
Yeah.
Rocks,
Just
rum.
ice. Yeah. So that is fantastic. We've heard a lot about what you have done for the industry. This is a really kind of a squishy question. What is the industry doing for you? Because you need to we need to
Get you to Italy.
how what's the give back to Beans in terms of like you representing Trinidad and Tobago? I'm not sure if anybody else from Trinidad and Tobago was selected for this. I mean, I know you said,
not to my knowledge. I mean, I don't know if anybody. There might be somebody up there. We'll
but
see.
even if that would be okay.
But outside
2
it-
of 14.
Yeah. No,
Anyway.
it wouldn't be bartending wise. It'll be going up there, as far as I know. But it might have an extra Trinidadian up there. They tend to be.
We
Everywhere.
everything, everything.
We insult.
Yeah.
You will bounce up a Trinidad.
I probably
Yeah.
will. I'm pretty sure.
But still, this is it sounds to me like something incredible to hop on. My thing is if they could recognize your talent, who down here has done the same,
No, nobody as far as I know. I don't think they have anybody down here
Us.
doing what I'm doing exactly. I don't know. Hopefully after this
So-
episode, we'll see what it could do for me. I don't know.
So, well, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you don't have your headphones in, so you may not have heard me say us.
Right.
But so how you've been invited to Italy?
Yeah.
How are you funding that trip? Because Italy is not next door.
That coming out of my pocket. Not coming out of pocket. So I trying to raise funds for it.
Right. So what about merch? Like what?
Well,
Von is
I'll be
wearing?
having some merch out
Hold
very
on.
soon.
Level one model. Level one model. Say it with your chest, Von. Drink local. Literally saying it with his chest.
So there'll be some merch, definitely. They'll have some bottle drinks as well, and I'm working on a cocktail kit that I also looking to launch on the week that I'm going, because I'm also taking a cocktail kit to Italy to share with the other delegates as well. You know, showcase some of the local ingredients we have down here. Like I'm gonna do a kind of Negroni with a twist, just like this, but with coffee and cocoa in it, which is
Oh, nice.
is ridiculous.
That sounds very nice. I will need a sample of that. So where would the merch be available? The cocktail
You
kit,
can check on my website,
which is
Green Bartender.
Green Bartender. What about the Instagram?
Green
Have
Bartender.
you because you need to start putting stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was showing somebody your stuff on Instagram, and as amazing as that stuff is, I still feel like it doesn't speak enough about your skill set.
Right.
You know, and it's just so funny. I was literally talking to someone yesterday, no lie, about how amazing you are, and she was like, "Wait a minute, that's my cousin." Yeah, he's great. So I was like, so in my head I was like, "Whew, I'm so glad I wasn't back talking beans today." I was literally was like, "Yeah, this guy, he's amazing, and this, da, 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 da." And she was like, That actually sounds
Guy
like my.
sounds
Is
kinda
that
familiar.
is that Devon? I was like, well, yeah, some people call him that, and
That's a government name.
that
no?
might,
yeah,
that might be his name, but we don't
knows?
call him that around here.
but yeah, she says he's like the only place that she can get some kind of watermelon syrup, because she has like a bubble tea business.
Oh, he's talking in Italy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Was
Well, I mean, he would have put two and two together eventually.
Yeah, well, I'm like, why is this taking so long? Like, how many of your family members buy watermelon syrup from you? You know?
So yeah, as supply different places with mixes
Why do you keep
and
doing
stuff.
this? He's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I also do that too.
You know, be a fun question to ask for people to answer in the comments. Like, who is more humble,
who suffers more from imposter syndrome? Like,
him or Tano?
No, I just get a hard boy. That's imposter syndrome. I just feel it right through, and then I started to be like, wait, no, but I did all these things.
No, wait. Yeah, I actually am very sick at what I do.
Yeah.
how many times has that happened? Like,
Deserve all the
it's like,
accolades.
oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
How many times has that happened in this episode? It's like,
Yeah, about
oh,
as many
yeah.
times as Tano
I do.
reminded us that he
Yeah,
was not
he's
good
like,
at
No,
music.
no,
I'm not good. This
I
is
just
no
already just
good,
wasn't good, boy. Yeah, so, oh yeah, Beans does that. So what else do you do? So, okay, so
Sometimes I like-
let me tee it up a bit different. So, greenbartender.com,
Yeah.
merch and
Merch, cocktail kits, bottle cocktails.
Bottle cocktails.
Yeah.
You have like
this
like herbal
this coffee Negroni available on
bottled.
greenbartender.com.
Y'all think I should put up?
Yes.
All right, well then, all right.
100%. Yeah.
Buy this and keep this in my house.
But when you so and these things that having these things that you sell have instructions, keep refrigerated. I
Yeah.
would imagine this would need to
You could just chuck this in your freezer and you could go.
yeah because alcohol doesn't really freeze that much.
It doesn't.
So
And some alcohols are better
Yeah.
freezing cold.
Yeah.
But no, I would keep this in my house. Yeah, this is delicious.
yeah, this is
No,
it's
there's more with escape
very,
from. Don't
very-
worry.
Could
Yeah,
I
but
could
I
I
need-
No, what's up?
I will
I need to
I shall
sleep
have-
tonight, bro.
Could I
I
have
can't-
some more,
Nah,
please?
I will nurse this. I need to sleep.
Thank you
But-
kindly. I mean, I am extremely sensitive to coffee, so.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
not sleeping
be-
tonight then?
Nah, I think I would.
However, I know you also brought little bottles there, so you could decant the rest
Yeah,
of that.
yeah,
and I will
yeah.
happily
That's
Yeah.
not a problem.
happily take that home, bro.
That's
deal with friends.
This is delicious. Thank you very much.
God. I mean,
Salud.
it was based on feedback from Vaughn because I asked like what he's usually drink and we use drink as well now. But I remember he's usually a straight spirit guy.
Yeah, I'm a rum.
I
I
figured
think I
this is
told you that the only thing friends don't drink is what he just eat, and like I like.
I like how that's. I'm gonna steal that line. That's a good one.
It is yours, my friend.
Yeah.
And I like better drinks.
But not Campari.
I would drink Campari with orange juice, but not Campari just so.
They do the marketing weird down here. So like Campari is a appetite for a digestive, right? So that's usually like a bit of liqueur you take to open up your appetite or to help you digest. Is do both, right? It's supposed to be like a sophisticated thing. You'll sit down, you'll sip it. Same way we sip in drinks now, and you appreciate it. Like slow drinks. And Trinidadians, Caribbean culture, we don't really focus on that.
We don't really focus on drinking anything slow
Yeah,
anyway.
I have
Yeah,
issue with
the
that. Like,
marketing for Campari is really weird.
it's weird because it is everybody know Campari as a shot. That is.
I know
That's what a shot does.
When they're right mind, it's going to take a shot of Campari just so. And Campari is marketed as like a test of your manliness.
Yeah,
Real men drink
because
Campari.
because it's bitter.
Yeah.
Like the Jamaican outfit is the more bitter the better. And like, bro, no. Not necessarily. Smooth
Whereas
has its place.
I dare to recommend that in future you'll allow His Greenness to explain the
How
the
you're
proper
supposed to drink it.
usage of Campari and market it in that way, because alcohol distributors, you guys are sleeping on an opportunity here. If he's going, I should say I would be honored if you would accept one of our Laymans project T-shirts to wear.
By the way, I have one merch too.
Oh yeah.
I'll model it for
the
you after.
The Layman's merch, man. It has
I don't
begun.
know. You get a picture up in the Italy with that?
And we are gonna take pics with you, my dude. I would be honored if you would,
It also be
just
an
go
honor privilege.
out there. Yeah, because I think what you're doing is amazing, and I'm going to do literally everything in my power, every single contact that I can get my hands on, to see who can assist with this journey to Italy, because we would be remiss not to support an initiative.
No, of
like
course
this.
not. That's why I was making the point. Greenbartender.com.
Yeah,
Buy the things and get him on to Italy.
and this fits really nice.
Nah, that drip real good.
Yeah.
A big hope I have with what I pick up there. So different things I could bring to the bartending industry. When I come back, I really want to have some more green bartenders out there, like kind of it's to share the information, because I truly believe nobody lives in a bubble, and you can't advance if you're just looking to move by yourself. Personally.
No, of course not.
So how are you planning to have more green bartenders out there, though? Are you gonna have like a green bartender method, or?
Something along those lines
on
is
greenbartender.com. Sign up for my course.
So like a big part, so people ask me like why I choose the name Green Bartender, right? So I chose it one because I was new, so I was green in the industry.
Hey.
Green because I
Nice.
grow a lot of my ingredients
Green
that I
thumb,
use, and then green because of like how I handle my waste management and just try to keep things a little bit more sustainable in the industry. So it's like a holistic green.
Top
Triple entendre.
Yeah. So it's to try and just kind of impact that on our local talent, because we have sick local talent out there.
It's not easy to pull a triple entendre. I will say that.
And pretty soon we're gonna have a band on that has 0 entendres in their music. I will leave that for you all to guess as to who it is. They have 0 entendres.
That's also
But that-
quite difficult to pull off.
That is to come. It's good though. So
So,
what have
that's
we
that.
covered? So
The trip to Italy. How Devon is.
entering into greenness before bartenderness. The difference between a bartender and a mixologist.
Your greenness. I remember. I like that. Your greenness.
When I reach and I come back, everybody's like, "Your greenness,
Your
hello,
greenness.
hello.
Greetings, your greenness.
Yeah, have a drink."
And then when he comes back, he's gonna start the green bartender method.
Which I think is actually
That's not nice.
I think that's a good idea, because you do a lot of consulting
Yeah.
work, consultancy stuff. Yeah?
Yeah. So like I was like build different beverage programs for restaurants and
You
stuff.
build menus as
Yeah.
well.
And then make sure they have the supply chain going as
You
well.
see, this is all part of, so what do you do Because you see, this is how we market you, Devon.
He's like, oh yeah, I do that.
So, okay, so you do consultancy for restaurants and bars. You build menus,
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally build menus
and
from scratch.
you mentioned earlier on that you do private,
Yeah, so the bulk of work I do is private events.
and people get in
Weddings.
touch
Yeah.
with you.
They just go on the Instagram, shoot me a message, email, and yeah.
And the
Stick it from
Instagram
there.
is reminding people.
Instagram is Green Bartender. It's the Green Bartender.
So just the green bartender or
Yeah,
the
yeah.
green bartender?
No, Green Bartender.
Green bartender. Cool.
Pretty easy. I mean, they don't really have any other Green Bartenders. So,
Which
yeah.
is kind of what I've been,
That's- yeah,
alluding
that's-
to this whole episode.
Yeah.
You're the only
the
one, I think.
Only one.
Yeah, you need to play that up.
One of a kind.
You need to play that up a little bit more, Beans. We're trying to sell you off here.
What else I need to
Um,
talk about?
So, yes, there's that. Green Bartender, trip to Italy. We and you're gonna send me. Let's do up something to kind of to market that. Work on some kind of a graphic. or-
Yeah, I have some graphics coming out. It's supposed to come out today. Still had to contact my graphic artist to be like, hey, he was gonna give me this yesterday. I need it now. So,
Yeah, and because, of course, like the Laymans project is 1,000% behind that. So just like we will insert that in, like, just kind of like okay, we could do the fundraiser stuff is important, but let us also push the Green Bartender brand, the page and stuff.
yeah.
You know, I do think that you mentioned creating a Layman's project drink.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should have rum in it.
All right, good. So now we getting somewhere. Y'all like how to let me know what you like. So I know so
Because
far
you did ask me about
it's
that.
rum, strong, not too sweet. Bits of notes.
Kind of that's
Yeah,
us.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, rum,
Strong, not too sweet.
Neither of us is too sweet.
Yeah.
Not too hot.
So we have that coming soon, guys. The Layman's project drink. I have no idea what it will be
Along with
called.
Lehman's projects, Jay-Z's. Hold on.
Along, yes, and France
say
is
this
about
with my
to model the merch, right? So this is the first sample, Layman's project. See the awesome logo. Big up Brucey Bruce one time.
Brucey Bruce.
Yeah.
Brucey
one
Bruce,
time.
big up yourself.
Amazing. So as dope
Also
as
big
that
up
logo-
519 with the hat.
Yeah, well, every time big up 519. And yeah, I think so. This is the first sample. I think in the future, and you could let me know what you all think in the comments. I was thinking like
Also, let us know, would you buy Lehman's project merch?
yeah,
That's very important.
whether
the
you
answer
would,
to that is yes.
Whether you would buy it or not, I'm gonna
No,
sell
I
it
gonna
to
wear
you.
it,
I'm gonna
but
sell it to you guys.
that's important too.
No, maybe if I see somebody wearing it, they could probably get a free drink or something.
I like that.
Incentivize.
I like that. Wear your Layman's project T-shirt and get
Get a
a
free
free
green bartender
Negroni.
drink.
Yeah,
Find us a plan.
but it's like it's just like a blurted out statement. But we really need to, look into stuff like that, like in collaborating in the future. So there's some kind of an exchange going on, like, yeah.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
most of our guests, we could probably start to organize that.
Yeah, cross market.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, one step for the road.
Yeah, definitely one step for the road. I'm so scared to say that about covers everything because you sure you don't like
doesn't.
fight
I'm
crime
sure there's something that he-
in your spare
Probably doesn't
time,
cover it.
nothing else. So
When Beans thinks about what else he does, we'll have him back on.
yeah, we
No,
have,
no,
we
no. Well,
haven't-
one thing I definitely wanted to touch on. So I talked about the agri stuff, going for the grind, and trying to tell people, okay, this agriculture thing, it worthwhile. Because I mean, I get a real clap back in the beginning when I said I was like, well, I want to be a farmer, and nobody really want to hear that, right? Like nobody wants to hear that.
I honestly always thought that Terrence Glenn, big up yourself. Terrence Glenn is who we are speaking about. I thought he was kind of weird, because he was really into agriculture, and I don't know. You weren't even into agriculture back then, I don't think.
No. He helped push me into that.
Yeah, yeah, and now I don't know. It's like it's just wiser with age. It's just amazing. When I saw these kids playing steel pan yesterday, and these things really fill me with. I don't even know what the emotion is, but it's captivating just to see someone that loves what they do to that extent. Franz would have had a time here last night because Franz is one of those people that just gets transported with music. But just seeing those kids playing pan and like getting into it, and they are extremely I'm trying to remember it's fun, Claire.
Montclair.
Yeah, bro, those kids are amazing, and definitely, I'm trying to get them on the show in the future.
Sweet.
I wanna hear from like those kids because I don't wanna say amazing again, but just these kinds of niche interests like agriculture and like I'm interested in agriculture for all the wrong reasons. What I want to grow is probably
For plants?
not gonna benefit not gonna benefit mankind.
It's decriminalized at least. And people would say that it has benefited mankind.
I could make a strong argument, but I'm not going to because that was not the time for that.
No,
but
that's
I
a
am.
different episode.
And like he said, he created a soil or whatever the case may be. So like I need to pick.
Help you with anything
I need to pick.
agriculturally
I
you'd
need to
like.
pick beans.
You wanna
Brain, good sir. Thank you very much for the offer. I am going to take you up on that.
I mean, as a point, I would like to share as much agricultural knowledge as I can. That is the whole point of the Green Bartender, really and truly, is to get people into how your food and your drink works.
Yeah, bro. You and I can be like farming all day.
One backyard gonna be the place to be very soon. I will visit and let you all know how it was.
Yeah. I have to get started, and
Put things in place first. Like yes, just start, but you need a foundation
stop
on which
doing,
to build.
Don't, Franz. Could you just
Is it an inside joke?
I forgot.
just let me get through this?
Only we know what we talk about. we need to.
Yeah, this is a super. I'm sorry. I
wrap it up,
apologize for making you feel like this, but it's a really.
Trust me, it's a good joke.
Just get started, but maybe don't just get started.
You just had to do it,
Put something. No, you definitely
Yeah,
just
definitely
do it.
don't. Yeah.
Just do
But
it.
like put things in, like start by putting things in place. That's what it is. Start by putting things in place. Anyway, we had to wrap it up. So
100% beans. A lot of fun having you. Thank you for serving us today, my friend.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
This drink was
Bloody delicious.
amazing.
was he lying? Succulent?
Succulent Chinese
Succulent
meal.
Chinese meal.
Let's cheers.
Succulent coffee Negroni.
So guys, thank you for joining us once again for another episode of the Laymans Project.
Vaughn, that Negroni is so good, Vaughn. Forget to talk into the mic.
We are literally about to dock this Negroni bill here. So we're gonna see you guys next time on the Laymans Project. And any questions whatsoever about supporting Devon Samlausing's campaign
To make it to Italy.
To make it to Italy, to represent us with his exceptional talents, please let me know. Reach out to us on the Instagram or on Facebook, or myself personally, or Franz
The
personally.
YouTube comments.
Yeah,
Devon's
please.
page.
Like, reach out because it's a good cause. This guy is like the most innocent farmer in the world until he starts helping me with my farming. So, there's that. Thank you for joining us. Peace out.
Cheers.
I must say that I do enjoy the name Layman too, like the Layman Project, because it gets the idea of the layman term out there. So, for those who don't know, or the layman term.
Yeah, we are
is-
here to fill you guys in, man.
The
You know?
layman term is when you explain something to people like the dotish. This is my idea of the layman term.
And it's 100% correct so far.
Putifying it.
Yeah.
So what we're doing here is we think you're dotish. So explaining to you.
We do not.
Okay. People that is
We are the actual layman, so we are the dotish ones
Yeah.
being educated
Yeah.
as the realities
nice,
of
France.
And then when Form 5 hit, I did all these exam pieces and test and thing, and I was like, this is just stress. And then I'm picking up guitar because guitar was just easier.
Sexier.
Easy. Not easy to play, but picking it up was not as hard as
mastering.
it's
the
hard to
piano.
pick up a piano. It's easier to pick
yes,
up a guitar.
correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's.
I mean-
I can.
Tough could probably pick up a
I
piano.
definitely cannot.
Really?
He could.
That's a whole. Anyway,
So
Yeah, so the year was
So
1998,
1998,
and Stuart convinced my parents to buy him a drum kit.
Kick-ass drum
Yeah,
set.
And the house was never quiet again.
Same parents.
Same
Yeah, but
parents.
they, after that kid, they didn't spend a lot of time home, you know.
Nah.
Yeah,
They were out in the country.
How you get into that time?
They were out in the country a lot after that.
Come to think of it.
Your parents have to
I
know
never
you
saw
and-
my parents again.
No.
why is this when I praise man, the word praise, it just go off like
Yeah,
just
it
jerk each other
is.
off when it
Nah,
comes
it
to
is
praise.
honestly
Circle
weird. I find it kind
Oh,
of
you went praise? Me too.
I find it sickening as well. The only reason I did that is because you didn't go. Just
But I'm
feel
just
like
saying that
ostracizing
we were in the
them.
middle of a proper discussion and the word praise came up. All they all perked up and got erect. So I'm just saying,
Be
yeah.
proud of our school, bro. It's not my fault.
Praise,
I'm not proud
man.
of yours, brother.
Praise. The band was together for about 10 years, and I did not keep up with their
Standard.
standard. No, that is exactly correct. That's exactly correct. Because they were all like, yo, let's get better at this shit. And I'm like,
I'm like,
no.
fuck that.
I'm not learning no chords.
No way.
I
Getting better is
can't build
overrated.
I am comfortable.
I
with
can't
the
build
level
girls.
that I
wanna be
am at.
trash.
So then,
Nah, Mark and Devin Bullen, dog. Them Henon girls,
Oh,
like,
fair point.
yeah.
Yeah.
He Bullen.
It could be either way.
Yeah,
It
you
could be
could,
either way.
and I could
Let me tell you.
100% see cheese in this interaction. It's like her face is blank. It's like, yeah, I think we should build together, like with each other. Cheese would be breaking it down with each other.
In case you was confused.
What say you?
Yeah.
What say you, ma'am?
What say you, fair lady?